Good morning everyone, welcome back to my allotment diaries. My name is Emma, these are my allotment diaries. I'd love you to subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm starting out today in the shed because it's really chilly out there. I just want to warm up for a second, even though my shed is now officially full of spiders. So many, and you know what, they're really big this year. Have you noticed that? We've had a few house spiders and they are massive. I don't just mean they've got like big legs, I mean like their bodies are huge. We actually lost one in our bathroom the other day, and every time I go to the toilet at night I'm absolutely terrified of being confronted by this like tarantula. Anyway, I've noticed a little bit of damage this morning to one of my crops, so let's go and take a look. I wonder who that could have been. It's such a shame it happens to be my prized sweet corn that I didn't think would grow. So something has been along here. It's eaten, oh it could have been squirrels, you know. Could have been squirrels, such a shame. He's really gone for him. I thought, initially I thought it was the cat, because you can see where a cat could have sort of sat and just like had a little snooze. They do that, don't they? Randomly snooze in places, but look, you see the little holes? I think this was squirrel business. I don't know if the ones that have fallen down will be able to be saved, and to be honest I think the squirrel will be back and he'll just finish the job, but I'm going to try and stand them back up again and see if I can rescue them. I've definitely never had to stake sweet corn before. I don't even know if this will work now, if when they've fallen over or been pushed over by a squirrel, they're just dead. I don't know, but we're trying it anyway. Okay. It's a shame because obviously I am getting some actual sweet corn. I don't know what they're called, cobs or kernels or whatever, but the squirrel's obviously stripped this one. I don't know if he's eaten any of it, but he's definitely opened it, which is not great for the plant. The other ones are getting them too, which is amazing. I can't believe I'm actually getting some on these plants. This one, he's got one too. Look at that cool hairdo. You look fabulous, mate. The only thing is it is a bit of a race against the clock now, because as soon as the frost hits, these will all die, and the frost is probably due in November, so they've only got another month to try and like develop and actually grow into something that I can eat, because I planted them so late. But who knows, I mean, as long as the squirrel doesn't come back, but he will, so don't really know what I'm saying, to be honest. I'm just growing these for the squirrels now. Hope you enjoy them, guys. I would have. The pumpkin archway, the Jack Be Little plant, the only pumpkin that actually grew over the archway and still gave me a pretty spectacular pumpkin display and so many pumpkins to play with, has to go today, unfortunately. It is time. It is time. You can see how the leaves are dying back now, and this is not disease or anything. This is literally, the plant is done. The plant is finished. I mean, some of it might be a disease, don't get me wrong, but it's pretty obvious that now the plant has done what it's got to do. Look how many I've got, how many Jack Be Littles I've still got hanging from the vines. So many. I actually didn't realise you could have this many on a plant. There's even one down here, which is more than ready to pick. It is just now time to take down the vine, because it's just going to keep dying back until it dies and it drops all its stuff on the floor. Jack Be Little's on the floor, and I don't want that to happen. So we're going to pick the rest of the fruit today. Is it a fruit or a vegetable? Debate. Let me know in the comments. Is a pumpkin a fruit or a vegetable? I would vote fruit, because it's got like seeds in it, isn't it? and like tomatoes are fruit, aren't they? Anyway, we're getting off track now. It is time to come down, so we're going to harvest the rest of them and then take it down. I'm procrastinating a little bit because I am a bit sad about this coming down. It has taken so much energy and effort to get this growing this year. I am a bit gutted about saying goodbye to it, but it has to happen. So okay, let's do the fun part first and pick the pumpkins. The whole archway in the middle has just collapsed, just completely caved in. Look at that. Thank God that didn't happen when the plant was growing. It's dangerous bringing these things down. Right, let's see if I can rescue that little one sticking out there. The pumpkin arch is no more. It's taken down, it's cleared. It took half the archway down with it. All the chicken wire fell off and all of my little sticks I had going along just completely snapped and collapsed. And this is just under one pumpkin plant. So maybe it was Mother Nature's way of telling me this year, your pumpkin arch is not strong enough, and if you grow too much over it, it's going to collapse. And actually, nature was helping me the whole time. That's quite a nice way of looking at it, isn't it? But yeah, as you can see, all the chicken wires here, and then at the top, it's all just collapsed. And these archways are just totally flimsy now. I mean, they're crazy. I would be crazy to try and grow another pumpkin archway over this archway again. I'm going to have to invest in a new one. I do think the Wilko archways, and these are from Wilko's, they're $9.99 each, and such good value for money, but all they come with is like the ladder. All you get is like the bits in between the ladder. I've filled it with the chicken wire to grow things over it, so you do need to cover it with chicken wire. I do think they're really good value for money, and I do think you can reinforce them and make them really strong, and definitely in the first year and second year they were strong enough to withstand a pumpkin archway, and I had like 6 growing last year and it was fine. I do think next year I am going to have to finally invest in some stronger ones, because if I want to do this every year, it's not really going to be good value for money to have to keep going and rebuying stuff, so as well as not good for the environment. This is my harvest. I am absolutely chuffed with these. These are gorgeous. This is how big a Jacoby Little should sort of be. So it should be able to fit into your hand like that. This one's probably on the small side. You can see that this one here is a really deep like orange, and he is proper ripe. I can eat him straight away. These ones could probably do with a bit of ripening, so you can just leave them on a sunny windowsill the same way you do with tomatoes, or you can just use them as little decorations. Like this one will probably be better served as a decoration, I think, maybe a candle holder or something, but these ones will be edible soon. They are edible and they are delicious. You can stuff them as a savoury dish and roast them and have like wild rice and mozzarella cheese in them and stuff, or you can eat them sweet and you can put some butter and sugar in them and bake them in the oven, and they're delicious. So you can eat them or you can just use them as decorations, but they are really cute, I think. Down the end of my plot down here, I've whacked in some pumpkins. These are munchkin pumpkins, and I just saw them in a garden centre and picked them up. They're growing some more pumpkins now. I can't believe it. Before you get too excited, yes, they are teeny tiny, but how exciting are they? I'm definitely going to grow this variety next year. This one down here is pretty good. He's on the wood chip, which is why he might do quite well, but I love the shape of them. They are so cute. And then even this plant's got a little one growing as well. Unbelievable. And look how big the plants are. They're not very big at all, are they? And yet they're still producing little mini pumpkins. When I zip my polytunnel up and then I go in there, I'm always surprised when it's really warm in there, because I just don't expect plastic to be able to like heat up like that and hold the heat, but it's really warm in there. In here I've got some of my autumn veg and lots of seeds at the back and lots of seeds and radishes and things over here. I think it probably needs a bit of a water, so let's get some water. It's funny because you might think in the autumn winter time you don't need to water, but if you have sown new seeds into the ground, they still need watering. Just because it's cold out doesn't mean they don't need water, so keep watering your new seedlings, otherwise they will die, same way that they would die in the spring summer. So it's surprising how easy it is to forget that in the autumn winter when you're wrapping up in coats and layers, you know. Plants need water all the time. Water is not just for summer. Right, that's them done. Genuinely surprised that these are all alive. Cannot believe it. My little trick with the little pots and things over seems to have worked. They're all really thriving and they're all really happy because they've got like double heat from the polytunnel and from these mini greenhouses as well, because that is what they serve as, like a protection and a mini greenhouse too. If you use bottles, by the way, do keep a hole in the top. It does help the plant with getting water from the rain, and also it stops it overheating and getting too humid. I say using the bottom of a bottle which has got absolutely no hole in it at all, and look, the plant's okay. So what the heck do I know, eh? You know what, best advice I can give you, you do you, Glen Coco, you do you. Just do it and figure it out, and if it dies, don't do it again. That's it. Right, that's it today. I've done what I needed to do. I've taken down the pumpkin archway, I've checked on all the bits and bobs, I've restaked the sweet corn, which got knocked over by the squirrels. I think it's the time of year where we are just going to be going around pulling things up and neatening things up and mulching beds and stuff. And that is just what happens in the autumn time. It doesn't mean I don't enjoy it as much. I actually really love this time of year because I feel like it's the end. It's like a full cycle, and I've grown stuff, and now it's like I'm sort of like tidying it all up again, except that I do have sunflowers still growing. Which is going to be random when they start blooming, and then I'm pulling everything else up. It's a bit of a bonkers plot this year. I hope you've enjoyed this vlog today, and if you do enjoy my vlogs, do subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'll be back again on Wednesday. Happy gardening, everyone. See you then.